Hello, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Hannah, and it's a real honour to be working with you in this moment and bringing to you a couple of messages from your beloved spirit guides, ancestors, anyone around you who needs to give you a message today for your highest good only. Whew, okay, so you are really being called to let something go. There is a real big blockage in your throat chakra. And I can feel that it's anger and frustration. And I'm actually feeling them kind of put a board up and go, this is not our fight. This is not for us. So whatever you can do to let that go, I am seeing you put your hands in some water and feel the anger go through your arms into the water. And sorry, as in a basin full with the plug in it. And then when you feel it's all in the water, just take the plug out and let the water go away. You have to let this go. It has to be. You've got a lot of work to do in your life in this healing space that you're in. But you've got to let this one go. Okay, next subject. Your team are telling me we are on a time scale. And it's time to be yourself. They really, really want you to honour who you are. And it's like sometimes you're looking down. But the good thing is that you just need to look actually a little bit more down and see that you're amazing. You're absolutely amazing. And, you know, sometimes the path, it doesn't look shiny. Sometimes the path looks a bit drab, a bit, here's another day or here's another concrete path. However, we're in some kind of illusion if we think that is the case, because there's always changes going on. There's always shifts. Even the thoughts that you're having at the moment, you're really, really shifting things. But having more faith in what you are manifesting will give you a better life. If you want another healing session, if you want another reading, work with your guides, ask them to give you what you need, and let it come in. Again, there's this barrier then coming in from your heart of you're feeling like you're not good enough or that you're not in the right place, and your guides are saying that no one's like 100% of the time in the right place. We all have these energies that clear and then they bring up stuff, or someone around you might do something and like bring up stuff. Like, it's pretty chaotic actually, but we're okay. We can handle it. You've been here before. You'll come back, and you just need to not stress. It's really a creative mess, but it's okay, and you can handle it, and you don't need to set yourself such rigid tasks. Because it's like when I think of you in the physical, sometimes it just feels too much. And I'm actually feeling that's why you're getting stuck, is that your heart's, instead of really feeling what you're feeling, you're going, no, I need to do this. No, I need to do this. And your heart's actually like, we don't need to do anything. And if that means that someone is going to change their path because you're not giving so much anymore, let them change, let them go. You can't keep giving and not receiving. Your heart is literally put up the walls and gone, I can't do this anymore. I don't have the energy. You have all this energy for, you know, the people who you need to help. But they're like, but why isn't this person giving you back energy? They're not ready to accept exactly who you are right now. But this doesn't mean that you don't have to accept who you are right now. Why does there have to be this full on board energy? Ancient healing has to happen, but it takes time. And it has to be that you have to lead it. And they're saying this has got to be the way for you. It's not a case of, oh my gosh, everything's perfect and I really, really get it. It's like you taking more steps each day, embracing who you are, trusting why you're here, trusting the work. And you have to rely on that a lot more, because they keep showing, like, again, like the ground kind of like sweeping you off your feet, and then you're kind of here again going, why am I here? And spirit are like, You're okay. It's just that you need to do the groundwork and you need to keep focusing on clearing. It mainly feels like your legs, but it's your lower back and your legs, so we're going into your root chakra. This has to be more clear. You're working on your sacral chakra, but they're telling you that it's more in the base. And they're showing me that you have a lot of work to do here, and I feel it's in the physical. If you think that, you know, you clear your root chakra when you're doing your healing work, when you're meditating, and then something's going to come up in the physical that's not right for you, whether it's something that's too much or an expectation that actually you feel is too much for you again, or someone just not seeing what you need and therefore you're going outside of your limits and it's too much stress. You then have to implement these changes in the physical. And they're asking you to see it as a positive. They're like, there's no space for negativity. And they're like, you know, they say it with such love. It's not a case of that they don't understand how you're feeling or they don't know about your worries. Of course, we all have financial pressures and, you know, things that we have to make, you know, dates that we have to give money and things like that. But you need to know that they are aware of that and they want you to work in the right way, that you can receive a lot more for your work. And this is the journey that you're on. Okay, first card, King of Wands. Don't put anyone before yourself. And they're just saying if you do, you're not going to make it. I'm not talking about ego here. I am talking about just feeling that you are the leader of your life and just taking a little bit of your hands off the reins of like everyone else's part in your life. Because if you just do what you need to do, people will feel the shift. And sometimes it's actually, yes, it sometimes feels counterintuitive for you to go, okay. But by you doing that, if someone is then meant to be in contact with you and do something with you, they'll feel the space and they'll come in and support you. So your team are like, let's just go with it. Don't fear the truth. It's hard, but you've got to accept it. And they're just asking you to do a little bit of reflection. If you want something, then allow yourself time to reflect on where that's coming from. And be honest with yourself, because there is some childhood wounding here of not having what you wanted. And that still feels very present. And I'm feeling that comes through the physical of just, you know, treating yourself, which is great. But they're saying that you could see that you can give yourself treats in other ways. Which feels like they're calling it spiritual fulfillment. So let's just say that you want a new home or you want a new part of your workspace to upgrade something. You have to use your magic and you have to use your light. I don't mean magic in any other way than we're all energy beings and our energy attracts in things like a magnet. And it's how we're guided to go certain places because we have the interest in us and people are guided to what they like. So naturally, if you start feeling into what you want, opportunities are going to come in for you to get there. And they just ask you to trust. It does always come from the spiritual down into the physical. So this is why it's really helpful to have a mood board or, you know, just have your dreams somewhere written in the physical because you help the energy come through into the physical. They're saying that they're not going to tell you what's going on. You know what's going on. You've got to fight through it. You've got to work through how you feel and override the stress and the feeling of control with love and freeing up the past, freeing the chains, breaking away from old structures, old routines, just by letting yourself go into your more positive mindset, which is so easy to do. Quickest way to do it. My intention is to receive messages of positivity only. Done. Anything that comes to you will be positive. There might be some messages that will be quite overwhelming, as in some truths, but you can handle it. And you know, when you get messages, you can resolve things. So let's just say you set that intention and someone says to you, you need to make a change here. You can say, how am I going to make a change? And you'll get the feelings of what to do next. So simple. They're saying here, yes, it's not until you're ready, but they're just saying here, will you ever really feel ready? And I don't feel that you will, but I feel that you'll feel strong and grounded and know that, yes, this is the right time to go. Your team are saying it's difficult, right? Because they don't want anyone sort of telling you what to do, but you need to listen, because it's difficult for your guides sometimes to work with you when you're not really listening to them. And I am being quite pernickety here. They're like, you know, please don't get offended and think, well, I am listening. Yes, majority of the time, but there are certain things that they're saying again and again and again, and you're still going, am I ready? Am I going to be okay? Is this going to work out? And your team are like, it's almost like you've blocked out their echoes of yes, 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 yes. So just trust what you get. Okay, they're saying you don't need to worry about the house. The house is okay, but you need to be happy. Your energy is just so strong. And you need to allow yourself to be happy. And they're saying it's time for you to accept your path. They all got your back. It's like they're showing me safety net and safety net and safety net and safety net, and then into the next realms. You know, it's like there's so much protection around you. And I can see there's someone in your ancestry who's like, wants to do a reading for you, you know, they want to share this wisdom with you, they want to connect with you, but they're so restricted because you're not letting them fully come through, because you're a little bit scared of what will come through. But as long as you do your alignment work and you set yourself up, you will get the messages that you need. Okay, they're saying to you, don't rush how you feel, process it. They're giving me the feeling that, let's just say you do uncover something quite deep within how you feel. You need to think about it and let yourself process it. Go outside, talk to nature about it, write it down. Not necessarily go to someone and go, I can't believe this, da, 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 because they're saying that's not the answer. You need to find within where it's coming from, and even then, why it happened in the first place. So just saying more time is needed before you actually approach that person. Okay, a little bit about cost here. They're saying we have to expect costs to keep going up. It is beginning to get quite tiresome. However, it's just what's going on at the moment. So don't hold negativity there, because you're actually creating a really small block with your money just by going, everything's going up. It is, but you have to accept that this is why they are pushing you to go with your path, because things are changing. Yes, they're going to keep changing. Yes, they're going to get more intense. So if you're not in the right place now, they are basically trying to get you into a place where you're going to be okay with these changes and you're going to feel good about them, because you're going to be working with them. And being told you are doing the right things with your money, you're saving, you're doing the right things. So just keep doing that. It was just a little bit of note about that kind of, oh, everything is expensive, this kind of mentality. It doesn't help you as a soul, because if you start thinking everything's expensive, what you're doing is you're putting yourself into a box that says, I can't afford anything. And then the physical part of that becomes, you know, you can't afford anything. So they're saying just keep going and know that you can always afford what you need. You can always buy what you need. Spirit are never going to take away your power. The power that you have is infinite. Don't undersell yourself. Don't undersell your work. This is feeling quite big. you have to accept who you are. If you accept who you are, you will see that you can express yourself with a price of exchange for what you want to do. It's just called, they're saying self-healing. It's self-employment is what our translation is, but to spirit is self-healing, because you're creating something that is from within, that is for other people, but you're creating it, and it's going to give you a lot of healing. But it's got to be enough to pay you a full-time wage. That you're not in the right place to just do something as a hobby right now. It's like those days feel in the past. Yeah, there's always going to be time to do creative adventures, but they're saying to you, let's just go for it. Let's just start and see where we go. They're just saying, trust what you're feeling. Okay, so this is coming from, there's like a real perfectionist energy within you that aligns with one of your guides very strongly. Who's very much into numbers and sequences, and of course, you know, if you look at like numbers and the ratios and frequencies, it is all perfect, and there is this divine calculator that does make everything happen at the perfect time. They're just saying this is where this kind of need for things to happen at the right time comes from within you, because every day there is really some things that we should do, and it's the feeling that you should do them. And they're just saying to you, just accept that that is coming from your guides as a positive, and they want you to not feel pressured by this, but know that and love that this is coming from that guide that's going, today is a number 6, we should be doing this and we're going to have a really good time. Instead of, you know, maybe you feel it's number 6, but you're going, oh, I really want to start that conversation with that person today, but the energy is not right for it and that person's having a not great day. So let's work with them. 2 more cards for you. Okay, they're talking about with this new job, it's either here already or you're about to embark on it. And they're telling me that finances will improve. Just stay positive and know that you're doing what your guides are asking, because you are. It's a feeling that you're flowing with energy and light. Don't hold on to what's not good for you. Even if it means having a break, you have to put yourself first. Yeah, sorry, another one. They're just saying you don't need anything other than what you need. They really want you to break out of any kind of false picture that you have to do something forever to survive. If you had a month of rest, you'd be okay. If that's what your guides are telling you to do. I'm not saying that this is for everyone, but there's definitely someone watching this who needs a break. And you need to have faith that this is what your team might want. In that time of break, you're likely going to be doing a lot of healing work, a lot of giving to yourself, a lot of receiving of nature's gifts. So it's not really, you know, it's not nothing. You're actually working a lot. You're creating abundance. You're cultivating energy. You're creating your next step. So they're saying, let's see it as a positive. Wonderful. Your last card is the Star. Have faith in who you are. You're a wonderful soul. You've been given so much light. And if you don't feel that, all it means is there are some blockages going on, energy blockages in the mind, in the body, and then they come out into the physical. So work with your inner light, set intention to receive healing, set intention to work with your spirit guides, and trust the shifts that happen, because you are creating them for your highest good. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have been holding a rose quartz egg throughout this time, bringing you in lots of abundance, lots of new adventures, new life, new creations, and I wish you a really, really, really brilliant time ahead. Thank you so much and take care. Bye.